Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today I would like to present about the role of artificial intelligence in enhancing electronic health record management, improving data security, accessibility, and clinical decision making. The research is part of the course Research and Development in Records Management and Archive Administration IMR624. This work is prepared and presented by my team, Muhammad Shukri Hakimi bin Awan Asriuddin, Muhammad Izzat Daniel bin Mat Suhaili, Muhammad Syafiq Asnawi bin Azhar, and me, Nur Sarah Amani binti Muhammad Kabali, and last, Nurul Aziati binti Zunaidi. Together, we will explain how artificial intelligence can transform electronic health record management. I will present Chapter 1, which is the introduction, focusing on the background of the study. Electronic health records or EHR have transformed healthcare. Compared to paper records, they allow patient information to be accessed faster, more accurately, and more efficiently. However, managing EHR still comes with challenge. These include data security, privacy concern, interoperability between systems, data quality issues, and the growing documentation workload. This is where artificial intelligence or AI plays an important role. AI supports EHR management through automation, natural language processing, machine learning, predictive analytics, and clinical decision support. With AI, data security can be strengthened, information retrieval becomes easier, administrative burdens are reduced, and clinical decision making is improved. Yet, implementing AI is not without its own challenge. Issues such as data quality, transparency, ethical concerns, regulatory compliance, and user trust must be addressed. Therefore, this study explores how AI can enhance EHR management, particularly in improving data security, accessibility, and clinical decision making. Next, I will explain the problem statements of this study. Although electronic health records or EHR have improved healthcare services, organizations still face challenges such as data security, accessibility, interoperability, and data quality. Healthcare organizations are increasingly exposed to cyber attacks, unauthorized access, and data breaches. Protecting patient data has become a major concern. Clinicians often struggle with fragmented records, difficulty accessing patient information, and heavy documentation workloads. This issue reduces workflow efficiency. Current clinical decision support systems are limited by incomplete data and information overload. This can negatively affect diagnosis and treatment decisions. Although artificial intelligence shows potential to improve security, accessibility, and clinical decision making, research rarely examines these three aspects together in EHR management. Therefore, this study investigates the role of AI in enhancing EHR management, focusing on improving data security, information accessibility, and clinical decision making.
So the purpose of this study is to examine the role of artificial intelligence or AI in enhancing the management of electronic health records, also known as EHR. As healthcare organizations continue to adopt digital technologies, managing patient records efficiently and securely has become increasingly important. AI has the potential to improve healthcare services by strengthening the data security, making health records more accessible to healthcare professionals, and also supporting better clinical decision making. Therefore, the study aims to explore how AI contributes to these three important aspects of EHR management. The findings of this research are expected to provide a better understanding of the benefits of AI in healthcare and serve as useful reference for researchers, healthcare professionals, and also organizations interested in improving electronic health record management. The study consists of three research objectives. So first is to examine the role of artificial intelligence in enhancing data security within electronic health records management system. So this focus on how AI helps to protect sensitive patient information from unauthorized access and cyber threats. The second objective is to evaluate how artificial intelligence improves the accessibility and management of electronic health records for healthcare professionals. So this examines how AI enables faster data retrieval, better system integration, and more efficient management of patient records. Lastly, the third objective is to investigate the impact of artificial intelligence on clinical decision making. It's through the use of electronic health records. So this objective explore how AI support healthcare professionals by providing accurate insights, predicting patient outcomes, and assist with better treatment decisions. Next, to achieve these three objectives, so this study addressed three research questions. So the first research question is, how does artificial intelligence enhance data security in electronic health records management systems? So this question focuses on understanding the role of AI in protecting patient data and also improving information security. The second research question is, how does artificial intelligence improve the accessibility and management of electronic health record for healthcare professionals? So this investigates how AI support efficient access to the patient information and improve healthcare workflow. And lastly, the third research question is, what is the impact of artificial intelligence on clinical decision making through the use of electronic health records? So this question examines how AI assists healthcare professionals in making more accurate diagnosis, selecting appropriate treatments, and also improve patient care. So together, this research question can help to guide the study and ensure that the research objectives are successfully achieved. So next, the scope of this study focus on examining the role of artificial intelligence in enhancing electronic health records management, specifically in three key areas, which is data security, accessibility, and clinical decision making. So the study explore how AI technologies help protect patient information, improve the efficiency of accessing electronic health records, and also support health record professionals in making better clinical decisions. So since this research is literature based, the findings are drawn from published academic sources rather than real-world implementation in a specific hospital or healthcare institution. So, however, this study has several limitations. First, the finding depends on the availability and quality of published literature, which may not represent every healthcare setting. Second, AI technology continue to evolve rapidly, so newer developments may emerge after this study is complete. And third, the research does not evaluate the technical performance or programming of AI system, but focus only on their application in electronic health records management. Despite these limitations, the study provides a comprehensive understanding of how artificial intelligence can enhance EHR management based on existing scholarly evidence.
Now, I will explain the significance of the study. This section highlights why the research is important and how it benefits different stakeholders. For healthcare organization, artificial intelligence strengthens EHR security. It helps detect cyber threats, prevents unauthorized access, and protects sensitive patient data. For healthcare professionals, AI improves information accessibility through natural language processing. It reduces documentation workload and enables faster retrieval of patient information. In terms of clinical decision making, AI-powered clinical decision support system analyze EHR data to support disease prediction, risk assessments, and personalized treatment decisions. For records management professionals, AI enhances information governance. It improves metadata management, data quality, and ensures regulatory compliance in EHR systems. For policymakers and healthcare administrators, the study provides insight into responsible AI implementation. It emphasizes governance, ethics, transparency, and data privacy. Finally, from a research perspective, the study contributes a comprehensive understanding of how AI enhances EHR management, particularly in the areas of data security, accessibility, and clinical decision making.
So next, I will explain our conceptual framework. So this framework shows how artificial intelligence, AI, improves electronic health records management. So the AI dimension in the study are machine learning, natural language processing, and predictive analytics. So this technology help improve EHR management in three areas. The first is data security, where AI protects patient information, and the second is information accessibility, where AI helps healthcare professionals retrieve patient records more quickly. And the third one is clinical decision making, where AI analyzes patient data and supports better medical decisions. So overall, this framework explains the relationship between AI and better electronic health record management. And next, I will explain about literature review. So previous studies shows that AI improve electronic health record management in several ways. So first, AI automates record management tasks like classification, indexing, and information retrieval, which reduce administrative work. So second, AI improve data security by detecting cyber threats and protecting patient information. And the third one, AI improve information accessibility by making patient record easier to retrieve. And finally, AI support clinical decision making by helping doctor diagnose diseases and recommend treatments. However, most previous studies focus on these areas separately, so therefore our study combined all three into one framework. Next, in the 5 C's in our literature review, cite means we review recent studies on AI, electronic health records, cybersecurity, and clinical decision support system. Compare shows that most studies agree AI improves security, accessibility, and decision making. So contrast is that previous studies focus on one area, while our study combines all three areas into one framework. Critic shows that many studies focus on AI technology but give less attention to records management and implementation. So lastly, Connect explains that the literature support our research gap, objectives, and conceptual framework. And now I will explain about the next one, which is thesis related to our study. So the first thesis by Modiba explains how AI improve record management through classification, indexing, digitization, and information retrieval. The second thesis explains how AI support clinical decision making using electronic health records. Both studies support our research. However, they do not combine data security, information accessibility, and clinical decision making into one framework. So our study integrates all three areas from a record and information management perspective to provide a more comprehensive understanding of AI in electronic health record management. That concludes my presentation. Thank you.
For this study, 3 theories and models were selected as the theoretical foundation. They are the technology acceptance model, record lifecycle theory, and records continuum model. Each theory explains a different aspect of artificial intelligence in electronic health records management. Together, they help explain how AI can improve data security, information accessibility, and support better clinical decision making. These theories also provide the basis of developing the conceptual framework of this research. The first theory is the Technology Acceptance Models or TAM, which was developed by Fred Davis in 1989. These models explain why users choose to accept or reject a new technology. It focuses on two main components, which are perceived usefulness and perceived ease of use. In this research, TAM is relevant because healthcare professionals are more likely to adopt AI in electronic health records if they believe that the technology is useful and easy to use. This acceptance is important because it contributes to better data security, easier access to patient information, and improved clinical decision making. The second theory is the records life cycle theory. Introduced by Theodore Schellenberg in 1956, this theory explained that every record goes through several stages, beginning with the creation, followed by usage, storage and maintenance, then retention, and finally disposal or preservation. Although the theory was originally developed for paper records, it is still applicable to electronic health records. In this study, AI supports each stage by automating records classification, improving information retrieval, and reducing human errors. As a result, healthcare organizations can manage patient records more efficiently while ensuring that the information remains accurate and secure. The final theory is the records continuum model, developed by Frank Upward in 1996. Unlike the record lifecycle theory, this model views records management as a continuous process rather than separate stages. It consists of four dimensions: create, capture, organize, and pluralize. This model is highly suitable for electronic health records because patient information is continuously updated and accessed through a patient healthcare journey. In this research, AI supports by continuous management of EHRS by improving information accessibility, strengthening data governance, and assisting healthcare professionals in making timely and informed clinical decisions.
For our proposed conceptual framework, we adopt the framework from the article Exploring the Role of Artificial Intelligence in Smart Healthcare, a capability and function-oriented review by Sheikh Raza Abbas. This framework shows the various applications and capabilities of generative artificial intelligence in healthcare environment. In this framework, generative AI is positioned at the center, showing its importance role as a key technology that support healthcare advancements. The surrounding dimension represent different areas where AI can be applied in healthcare, such as AI diagnostic capabilities, enhanced patient care, predictive patient outcomes, personalized treatment planning, drug discovery, genetic influence of treatment response, human dimension of therapy, and innovative medical imaging. Overall, this framework provides a wide understanding of how generative AI contributes to improving the healthcare process and service. The next one, even though the original framework covered a big range of generative AI applications in healthcare, several dimensions are closely related to our research topic, which focuses on the role of artificial intelligence in enhancing electronic record management. Electronic health record contain a large amount of patient information, and AI technologies can be used to analyze and process the information more efficiently. With AI implementation, healthcare organizations can improve disease diagnosis, predict possible health outcomes, enhance patient care, and support healthcare professionals in making better clinical decisions. In conclusion, this framework is relevant because it shows how AI can contribute to better management and utilization of electronic health information, especially in terms of accessibility and clinical decision making. Thank you.
Moving on to Chapter 3, I will explain the research methodology used in this study. This research adopts a qualitative approach, specifically using a systematic literature review or SLR. The SLR method systematically identifies, evaluates, and synthesizes existing research on artificial intelligence in electronic health record management. This ensures that the study is grounded in credible and comprehensive evidence. The study focuses on understanding how AI improves data processing, information retrieval, clinical decision making, and overall healthcare workflows. To achieve this, relevant studies are collected from reliable academic databases such as Science Direct, Scopus, and PubMed. This guarantees the use of credible and up-to-date sources. Using a systematic review helps reduce bias, improve reliability, and provide a more complete picture of AI's role in EHR management. In summary, the methodology ensures that this study is rigorous, reliable, and based on strong academic evidence, making the findings more trustworthy and valuable.
So next, for the population and sampling of the study, we did not use human participants because our research is based on qualitative document analysis. Instead, the population consists of published academic literature that related to artificial intelligence in electronic health records management. So this includes peer-reviewed journal articles, conference paper, academic books, thesis, and official reports that discuss AI application in healthcare, particularly in data security, accessibility, and clinical decision making. To select the most relevant sources, we use purposive sampling. This means we intentionally selected publication that directly address our research objective. The literature was searched through trusted academic database, for example like Scopus, PubMed, Science Direct, and Google Scholar. So only peer review in English language and credible publication were included, while duplicate, irrelevant, or non-scholarly sources were excluded. So this sampling approach ensures that the selected literature is reliable, relevant, and provides sufficient evidence to support our study on the role of artificial intelligence in enhancing electronic health records management.
Now, I will explain the research design of this study. This research adopts a qualitative design using a systematic literature review or SLR. The SLR method systematically identifies, evaluates, and synthesizes previous study on artificial intelligence in electronic health record management. This ensures that the findings are based on credible and comprehensive evidence. Literature is collected from trusted academic databases such as Science Direct, Scopus, and PubMed. Predefined keyword and inclusion or exclusion criteria are applied to ensure relevance and reliability. The selected studies emphasize AI technologies including machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, clinical decision support system, and predictive analytics. To analyze the data, thematic analysis is used. This helps identify key themes such as AI benefits, challenge, application, and future opportunities in EHR management. In summary, this research design provides a comprehensive and reliable understanding of how AI enhances EHR management, ensuring that the study is both rigorous and meaningful. I will explain the research instrument used in the study. The research instrument applied here is document analysis, conducted through a systematic literature review, a SLR. Data are collected from peer-reviewed journal articles retrieved from trusted academic databases such as Science Direct, Scopus, and PubMed. To ensure systematic recording, a data extraction form, also known as a literature review metric, is used. This helped organize and capture key information from each selected study. The Prisma 2020 guidelines are followed to ensure transparency and consistency in the article selection process. This strengthens the credibility of the review. These instruments together ensure that the review is systematic, reliable, and transparent while supporting a comprehensive analysis of how AI enhance EHR management. In summary, the chosen instruments guarantee that the study is methodologically sound, providing trustworthy evidence for the role of AI in healthcare records management.
So next, for our data collection strategy, this study adopts a qualitative research approach using document analysis. Instead of collecting primary data through interviews, questionnaire or observation, we collected secondary data from reliable academic sources. So these sources include peer-reviewed journal articles, conference proceedings, academic books, thesis, and official report related to artificial intelligence and electronic health records. So the literature was gathered from reputable database such as Scopus, Web of Science, PubMed, ScienceDirect, and Google Scholar. So we use keywords including artificial intelligence, electronic health records, data security, clinical decision, and health informatics to search for relevant publications. Only peer-reviewed in English language and credible study that match our research objective were selected. So the collected literature was then organized systematically and prepared for the data analysis stage. Next, for the data analysis, this study used thematic analysis to examine the collected literature. First of all, selected articles were carefully reviewed to identify information related to our research objective. Next, important findings and key concepts were extracted and coded. Similar codes were then grouped together to form meaningful themes. The analysis focused on three main themes, which is AI in enhancing data security, AI in improving accessibility, and AI in supporting clinical decision making. After identifying these themes, the findings from different studies were compared and interpreted to identify common patterns, similarity, and differences. Finally, the result were synthesis to answer the research questions and provide a comprehensive understanding of how artificial intelligence enhance electronic health records management.
Finally, I will present the conclusion of this study. Overall, the methodology successfully supported the study's objective by providing evidence-based insight into how AI can improve data security, accessibility, and clinical decision-making in EHR management. Conclusion: this study demonstrates that artificial intelligence has significant potential to strengthen electronic health record system, making healthcare more secure, efficient, and effective. So, that's all from us. Thank you.